mellow when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when the prayed I didn't lose. Machine. I done seen the best stuff from Jando. 25 to life.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Carolina Panthers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jack Crawford able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. This is taken at the 18. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Now, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we have. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to get him for a loss of 5. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And that's caught by Smith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Cam, option left. Whoosh. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. From the red zone now, Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st. Now Newton. And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are going to take a 1st quarter lead. And he knocks it through. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Stop made there by Julius Peppers.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, McCaffrey. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to have a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
On 4th down, you want the ball in the hands of someone you can trust. In this case, it's the quarterback. He saw the defense collapse, kept it himself, and picked up a big first down.
Newton on first down. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a first down throw for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. K1 short. Breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Ryan escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Ryan. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. Got a man. It's the first NFL catch for Calvin Ridley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Now Ryan on second down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
22.
A handoff to Smith. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
21.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Ryan now off the bootleg. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop. But
Torrey Smith, watch him go! Touchdown, Carolina! Torrey Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gano now to add the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
20. 22.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Newton to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Julius Peppers able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Gun! Ready to go!
From the gun, it's Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now it's Newton here off the bootlegs. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep for Julio. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Dancing to his left. Fighting to stay upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Tack McKinley able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton. He may try and run for this. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back and throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jack Crawford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On second down, here's Smith. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
That's complete. Hooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
4 down. Mike 5-9. Watch the screen.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. On second down, here's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons have broken our tie. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the lead is now 21-14. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He's back to throw. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Panthers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Falcons, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati